The 1887 Detroit Wolverines season was a season in American baseball. The team won the 1887 National League pennant, then defeated the St. Louis Browns in the 1887 World Series. The season was the team's seventh since it entered the National League in 1881. It was the first World Series championship for the Detroit Wolverines and the city of Detroit. On March the 13th, after training in Macon, Georgia, the Wolverines began a 6-week exhibition tour through the South and Midwest. Catching duties were divided between Charlie Ganzel and Charlie Bennett. Both were good defensive catchers, though neither hit particularly well. Bennett had a better fielding percentage than Ganzel, but Ganzel was stronger in range factor and fielding runs. Bennett's career in baseball ended when he lost both his legs in a train accident. When the Detroit Tigers opened their new ballpark in 1896, they named it Bennett Park in his honor. It remained Bennett Park until 1912, when the newly built stadium on the same site was named Navin Field. First baseman Dan Brouthers was the first of 4 future Hall of Famers to play for the 1887 Wolverines. Brouthers won 5 batting titles and 7 slugging titles, and his career batting average of .342 is the 9th highest in Major League history. Brouthers was a key to the Wolverines' offensive output in 1887 as he led the National League in runs, doubles, extra base hits, on-base percentage, times on base, and ops. He was also among the league leaders with a .338 batting average, .562 slugging percentage, 20 triples, 12 home runs, 101 RBIs, 71 walks, and an at-bat-to-strikeout ratio of 55.6. The second baseman duties were split between Fred Dunlap and Hardy Richardson. Dunlap played 65 games at second base, but missed 2 months due to an injury. As a result, Richardson played 64 games at second base in addition to 58 games as the left fielder. Richardson was a big contributor to the 1887 Wolverines, as he hit for a .327 average with 51 extra base hits, 131 runs scored, 178 hits and 94 RBIs. Richardson was also a good fielder both at second base and in left field. Jack Rowe played 124 games at shortstop for the 1887 Wolverines. Rowe was part of the Big Four that Detroit owner Fred Stearns purchased from the Buffalo Bisons for $7,000 before the 1886 season. The purchase of 4 of the best players in baseball all at one time drew wide attention. Rowe had a big year for the Wolverines, with a .318 batting average, 135 runs scored, 171 hits, 96 RBIs, 30 extra base hits, and 239 total bases. Rowe hit for the cycle for the Wolverines on August the 21st, 1886. Rowe later suffered a nervous breakdown and died at age 54. Third baseman Deacon White was also part of the Big Four acquired from Buffalo before the 1886 season and is the second of 4 future Hall of Famers on the team. White won 2 batting crowns earlier in his career, but was 39 years old in 1887. He still hit for a .303 batting average and had 11 triples, 75 RBIs and 20 stolen bases. White was a non-smoking, Bible-toting, church-going deacon. According to Lee Allen in the National League story, White was one of the last people to believe that the earth is flat. Right fielder Sam Thompson, known as Big Sam, was the third future Hall of Famer on the 1887 Detroit team. Thompson was in his prime in 1887 and had a tremendous year. He was the National League batting champion with a .372 average, and he also led the league in slugging percentage, hits, total bases, triples, RBIs, and runs created. His 1887 total of 166 RBIs stood as a major league record for 40 years until Lou Gehrig broke it in 1927. He was number 2 on the all-time home run list at the time of his retirement. Center fielder Ned Hanlon was the fourth future Hall of Famer on the 1887 Detroit team. Though inducted into the Hall of Fame based on his later performance as a manager, Hanlon was a good fielding center fielder who had tremendous speed and range. In 1887, he stole 69 bases for the Wolverines. He also hit .291 with 7 stolen bases and 4 RBIs in the 1887 World Series.